Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make a tile material in Blender. So we just have the default cube in scene. I'm actually just going to delete the cube and replace it with a plane. I'm just going to press S5 to scale it up. And now we go into the shading tab. Let's make a new material, change it to tiles. And what we first want to do is make a brick texture by just searching up brick texture. And make sure in edit preferences, make sure you have node wrangler enabled. Press Ctrl T and it should give you the mapping node. Now press Ctrl Shift click the brick texture to see it on the plane. Make sure the offset is set to 0 and make sure the row height is equal to the row width. So I'm just going to do 0.5 and it's already square. You can also just make the mortar scale a tiny bit smaller. I think I'm gonna make the mortar size a bit smaller to like 0.10 to 0.01, and I'm just gonna set the colors both to pure white, and that's basically all we need for the brick texture. But now, since it's not 3D, we should add in a bump node and plug that brick texture into the bump. And oh wait, never mind. Wait. Oh, you actually should add in a you should add in a mixed color and change it to lighten over here, and plug the brick texture into A, and then make sure you have a noise texture and press Ctrl T again, and then plug it into the bottom one. Make sure the factor is all the way up to 1, and if you press Ctrl Shift T, you should see it like faintly, because that's so just make a color ramp. Just make a color ramp. Plug the result of lighten into the color ramp, and just increase the darkness of it. Increase the darkness so that the black parts of the tile, so the mortar part of the tile is black. And then with the lighten, you should you should have this by now. So it's just a brick texture, lighten, color ramp, a noise texture. And with the bump, you should add in another lighten. Plug in the color ramp to the first one. Oh wait, never mind. You just plug in this lighten to the bump and put it into height. And you see there's noise on in the mortar, so you can just turn the detail up, increase the scale a bit, plug the normal into the bump, into the normal of the principal BSDF, then select the principal BSDF, and you should get some bump. I'm just going to turn the strength down because it's a bit too powerful. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get plug in an invert. So just search up invert, plug in the color ramp to the invert. Create another bump node, plug it down here so that the normal of this bump goes into the normal of this bump, and plug that into the height. And what that will do is it will extrude out the tile pieces so that light actually refracts off of it, so it's as if it's higher than the mortar. Or if you want to, you could just plug in this to the displacement, and make sure you're in cycles for this. and you go to settings, displacement, and bump, and then you should see it extrude out a bit more something. I'm gonna just do that and plug that into the normal, and you'll only see it in rendered view though, so make sure if you're ever testing it, it's always in rendered view. And since we want the mortar to be less shiny than the tiles, we can plug in the inverted color into the roughness. So if you just do that and just let it render, it makes the tiles shiny while the mortar rough, which is how tiles actually are. And that's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful, and that's it. See you in the next one.